Hi there, it's Mimi once again for another lesson, and today we will be talking about time tracking or how to utilize our time wisely. So let's just dwell a little bit about the concept of tracking our time. It is in relation to a general skill called time management, and almost all organizations want their workers or employees to be able to utilize their time because time is precious, time is gold, that's what they say. There are also expectations that an office worker knows how to utilize their time wisely, and they are expected to work with minimal supervision. And because no one is going to look over their shoulder all the time, they should be able to manage their workload on their own. But unfortunately, a lot of people sometimes can't distinguish between busyness and productivity. So a person can be very, very busy, but they end up getting stressed because they feel that they haven't accomplished anything at the end of the day. So that's just busyness, but not necessarily productive. But you can be busy and productive, meaning you will be able to accomplish whatever it is that you have set for yourself to do. You can be productive in, it depends on how big the job is. Maybe you can finish a job in 1 hour, or you can finish a job in half a day's time, but then have spare time to do something else. So that's really very productive of you if you're able to do that. So today I'll just share to you one way of, finding the tasks that require more of your time and those things that you can do some other time. And that is through Richard R. Covey's matrix, which he says as the urgent versus important matrix. So in this matrix, it's divided into 4 quadrants. You have the urgent and the non-urgent quadrants that are intersecting with the important and not important quadrants. So you can see here there are tasks that are important and urgent, important but not urgent, not important and not urgent, and not important but urgent. So if you are a worker and you are thrown a lot of different things to do, passed on to you by a colleague or a manager, how do you segregate those tasks into the quadrants? So my suggestion would be, first, if it is urgent, meaning it has to be done by a specific time, and usually urgent is a now task. It has to be done now, or within the next half an hour, or within the next hour. There are tasks that are important to do, which means you must do it, but if it's not urgent, it can probably be done tomorrow. Now, there are non-urgent tasks that are important. How do you deal with that? So set an expectation with the colleague or the manager that requires the task to be done, and negotiate on a deadline to get it done. So in that way, you will be able to ascertain whether that can be squeezed in all the other activities that you need to do in a day. There is an example here from olivergearing.com, which you can read in your own time and probably make use of this as a template or kind of benchmark in terms of how you will manage your own tasks. So the thing that you can do at the moment is to list down all the tasks that you need to do, have a grid, okay, ready, number the task, and for each number, you put that in the corresponding grid, whether it's high importance, low urgency, low importance, so whether it belongs to quadrant 1, 2, 3, 4, something like that. Okay, so once you've already done that, you can reorder those tasks according to high urgency and high importance to the ones that are not urgent and not important. Then after that, what I think would be the best way is to actually review it. Don't just do the list and act on it straight away. Review it and give yourself specific time frame for each task to be done. Once you've already done that, I think what you need to do is also to consider separating your obligatory time from discretionary time. What does that mean? Blocking off times in a day or diary to accomplish the most important tasks, the tasks that need to be done. That's what you call an obligatory time, or the time you commit to being with others in a meeting, for example, or you commit to finishing a task. Discretionary time are involve tasks that are things you can do in your own time. So when you manage your own time, you know how much time you need to do that. You allocate longer or longer or shorter times to accomplish a task. So that would be called discretionary. So to have lunch with a friend, for example, is based on your available time. You can do that today or tomorrow, but a meeting that regularly occurs and you need to be present at the meeting is probably more obligatory than discretionary. So I think office workers need to be able to distinguish what are required tasks and what are discretionary tasks. So since you've already done that, I think we would end this lesson by thinking about what sort of activities you normally are engaged in on a day-to-day basis. So once you know that, it would appear that they could be more obligatory tasks than discretionary tasks. And to help you do that, you have to think about which of these activities take too much of your time. And because they take too much of your time, do they become high priority and very important? Or are they just tasks that you tend to dwell on, but not really that important to whatever it is that you have to do? So again, it requires a lot of thinking, but I guarantee that once you've thought about that, you'll be able to really maximize your time and use it wisely. So again, a part of the struggles of time management is just doing things on your own. I suggest that you also seek the assistance of your manager or somebody that could help you plan your day. And once you've done that, you'll be surprised that you do actually have spare time for your other activities. So I hope you learned something very interesting today about utilizing your time, and we talked about the matrix. And I hope you actually use the matrix, and for sure you will be happy to know that, not all the time is a wasted time doing those seemingly unimportant tasks. You can actually prioritize. So this is Mimi saying goodbye for now, and I'll see you at the next lesson. Bye.